What's up, y'all? It's Ghostee. It's Christmas time, so Merry Christmas if you do celebrate that. And also, Happy New Year. But I'm in some pajama clothes here today. I mainly just wanted to tell y'all about how in less than 2 weeks, I was able to accumulate over $20,000 trading meme coins. And realistically, anybody could do it too. I don't have all the funds on this account, but as you can see, maybe almost $20,000. I have some more in my trading wallets, but this is no joke. And I literally was able to do this in under 2 weeks. In total, it took me about 2-ish months to be able to truly understand what I was doing. And I ended up losing 5 figures, unfortunately, in the learning process. And that was just a lot of mistakes that I made early on trying to get into meme coin trading. And I mean, obviously I'm good now. I've made well over 20,000. I'm close to the 6-figure range in total. This is just strictly my streaming wallet. I keep a lot of my other stuff, personal. I don't like sharing that. I do have to keep some personal crypto, right? Everybody does. I don't want to have my entire portfolio realized on the internet, but this stuff is crazy, guys, and anybody literally can do it. It just takes a lot of initial time and learning, and this video is pretty much going to be for those people that want to be able to do something like this, that want to potentially change their lives and make literally people's monthly salary, in a day, literally. And I've done that, and I've been in stream, and people have told me that. People sent me messages, and I teach this all the time in my stream for free. I'm not going to be one of those people that are going to try to sell you a course or anything like that. But this video is going to be for those people that want to learn meme coins and how to get into it. This is going to be everything that I've learned from 2 months of trading meme coins. So I'm not going to start from the very, very low level, right? I mean, obviously you need a Fansem wallet. You need to know how to convert fiat into crypto, move crypto around. I'm going to assume you already know that in this video. I do have some earlier guides kind of showing you how to do that. So go watch this video. I'll put it up like right here or something. Go check that out. It's a little bit dated, but at least you can get an idea of how to set up a Fansem wallet. From here, I'm going to go over the mistakes that I made early on so that you don't make those same mistakes, and you actually can end up starting at a pretty high level playing field. I tell this all the time in my streams, but I wanted to make a dedicated video because I know everybody's not going to watch my streams, and I get that, it's fine. But this is for everybody else, right? Everybody that wants to get in, please pay very, very close attention and really understand what I'm saying, because you will lose a lot of money, and just as quickly as you can make it, you can lose it all, right? So let's dive right in. All right, before we actually get into the nitty gritty, I wanted to show you all my messy desk here, just to give you an idea of what you need to have, I think, to have the most advantage in the space. So obviously I have like this little 4 monitor setup. This is another computer I have right here. But on this side, I have, information from BullX. That's gonna be my actual recording stuff. And then this is gonna be when I monitor chat and everything. This is going to be the main thing. We'll get into that, but this is going to be my primary monitor. Then, I have some more charts up here. I have my Twitter tracker and my Discord as well that I keep up. In case anybody asks questions in the Discord, I'm already there. And obviously I have like my camera, my light set up right here. But this is kind of, it's really get a little setup right there. But this is basically what you want to have as far as computer setup. I think it's what's necessary. I also sometimes just have chat on that bottom one as well. But I think having 3 monitors, or at least 2, is really important, because you want to be able to track multiple charts at the same time, and having a setup like this will help you do that better. All right, so now we're actually going to be on here on the computer. This is going to be the primary display that I did show you earlier. This is what we're looking at. So these are going to be the main tools that you're going to be utilizing to have the most advantage as far as being able to trade these meme coins and actually be successful at it. So the first thing we're looking at right dead in the center is going to be BullX Neo. Now this is one of the best platforms that I've traded on. There are a lot of other alternatives, but this is the one that I do prefer. Most of them are on waitlist. This one's no different, but early access will be available. If you click the link down in the description, you'll be able to get access to BullX Neo and all of its features. So let's dive right into this. So BullX Neo is essentially a trading terminal, right? This is going to be where all the trades are going to happen. This is where you're going to track all the coins and track people that are, buying said coins. Now, one really important thing about this tool is being able to track people. So Down in the description, I'm gonna have a big list of, you know, all these wallets that I track. Really, really important to be able to track people because it's gonna kind of give you an idea of where the eyes are and where certain metas of trading meme coins are gonna be. But let's go ahead and rewind really quickly. So let's go back over here to the NeoVision screen. This is gonna be the main screen we're gonna be trading on. But what I said earlier was about the memes. If you're gonna wanna be able to trade in meme coins, like, you have to be in social media, you have to be on Twitter, you have to understand what memes are actually funny and willing to push, you know, push to migration, push past all this, and I'll get into that, but you have to, like, there's no way around it. That's just one thing you're gonna have to do, and if you don't do it, you will never truly be successful at trading meme coins. Now, the second thing, and the one thing that I truly failed at in the beginning, was I rushed in. So I, you know, immediately filled, you know, my wallet up with Solana. I already had a lot of capital in crypto already, so I just converted it. And, you know, I watched maybe 2 YouTube videos and I thought I knew what I was doing, and, you know, ended up losing 5 figures in the end. And one of the biggest things and biggest reasons of why I failed was I didn't know what all the tools were to my, you know, that I could use for my advantage. And I just started throwing money at coins that I thought maybe were funny or were pretty good, but they weren't necessarily the meta. And that unfortunately put me at a disadvantage, and I ended up losing, right, 5 figures. So you're gonna have to drown yourself into the meme culture, understand what the culture even means if you don't, and really get into the weeds of all of this first and foremost. Second is you are gonna have to spend countless hours, and I'm talking like full work days, just looking and studying charts, understanding, like, I already could tell this right here is a scam. Like, I can tell just from the, and right there, I open it up and it literally just got drained. Come on, brothers, come on. You have to be able to immediately identify the scams, like immediately, right? Because one of the biggest things in trading meme coins is time. And the longer you take in analyzing and not getting in a trade is gonna be time that maybe it goes from 24K market cap and it's at 40K market cap by the time you've already made your decision, right? If you wanted to get into the coin. So you need to be able to understand what the fake coins look like, okay? I have plenty of videos going over that, so I don't want to get super detailed in this video. I just want to give you everything that you would need to know to be successful. I have videos that go over how to avoid scams and all that stuff, and I'm gonna link them down below. But you're gonna need to look at charts, and I'm talking about hours, full 8-hour plus a day, understanding what coins move, what charts move, what charts look like before they move, right? The signals that they're gonna go up. Like, you're gonna have to learn some like pseudo like technical analysis to kind of understand how these things end up, you know, pushing and going to millions of market cap, going to migration. And migration is just simply the token going to up to, you know, 80 to 100K market cap, and that liquidity ends up getting locked into Radium, which is another, you know, liquidity storing platform, trading platform, whatever you want to call it. And from there, it's open up to more people to buy into it. The liquidity is locked, so the chart won't move as much, but it will move because there's going to be more people buying after migration. Again, that's just something you'll understand once you actually start diving in to these coins. So biggest mistake number 1 is not putting enough time. You have to put the time, you have to put the hours. Guys, this is literally like learning a new skill, right? Learning how to play the guitar. Like, you're not just gonna be able to play the guitar after the first day, right? It's gonna take several weeks, several months, even a year to actually get pretty good at it. But I was able to do this in, you know, 2 months, which is really good and really important, because you never know how long these crypto cycles will last. You don't know. There's always been something different, right? There's been the node cycle. There's been the NFT cycle, right? There's been so many different cycles. The mining, people are still mining, the mining cycle. So you want to be able to learn this stuff as quickly as possible so that you can participate and actually benefit from it, but not lose money, right? That's the biggest thing. Don't lose money. All right, so after you've done both of those is going to be the next step. We still are, the zero money is going into your wallets right now. Zero money is going in. The next thing we're going to do is start paper trading. Now, paper trading is just a fancy word for saying make believe, pretend, right? Now, in the actual day trading world, paper trading actually will impact the charts and stuff to some capacity. Different softwares will do different things. So in here, we won't exactly get the same effect, but for the most part, you will. So now say I'm looking at this coin, it checks all the boxes for it to be good. And we'll get to that a little bit later, but let's just say this is a good coin to get into. And I'm looking for a proper entry. So I'm looking for, you know, some sort of dip. So let's just say this was where I saw the coin app. This is where I would want to buy. So I'm gonna literally just mark right there is where I would buy. And we can see that it's marking us at 43K market cap. Now, if you're first starting, when you start putting money in, I would put 0.1 SOL. So for 0.1 SOL, for you to actually be profitable, you need to be at least P&Ling around 25%. So if we get the ruler tool here and we go up 25%, we're gonna need to go to a bit higher than what this graph is showing me, right up there to 53K market cap. So it's about a 10K rise. So in order for us to actually earn money, we're gonna need to at least P&L 25% and get to 53K market cap. So how you would go, you know, play pretend paper trade is you would mark that 43 right there and just see what the chart does. Does the chart actually go up to 53K market cap? If it does, then that's good. Keep winning. Keep and log it, like literally write it down. Be like, okay, I made money from this, mark it off. Then you go to the next coin, and then you go to the next one, and you do this over and over again until your average is somewhere above 70%. You're winning 70% of the time. Then at that point, it would be worth actually putting your money in. Why would you get into these trades when you can't even win with no money, right? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that I see that are losing like, you know, 10 SOL, 20 SOL a day, or like on a day, and like they're not even, they didn't even win when they were just paper trading. And it's something completely illogical. You shouldn't be doing it. So the next thing is going to be your fees. You're going to make sure that your fees are adjusted properly, especially when you're first starting. So if you're trading with 0.1 SOL, then you need to make sure that your fees are set to 0.001 for all of them. This is the lowest possible fee you can have, the lowest possible gas you can have right now. So that's going to be 4 cents on buy, 4 cents on sell. So basically 4 cents per trade in case you end up buying again, right? Have this set for your priority, have this set for your bribe, sell, same thing. Your slippage, you want to have that somewhere between 15 and 30%. Now, a lot of people have a misconception on what slippage means, and slippage is simply the difference from where you want to buy and where the chart ends up. So say I'm trying to buy right here, okay? Say I'm trying to buy right here, cool. I buy right there, that's like 46.5K market cap, whatever. If my slippage is at 0, for example, and the chart ends up moving down more in that same time period, then the transaction won't go through at all because it's still going down. But if I have my slippage set, you know, to like 20, for example, I'll end up sniping the bottom, because let's say this is a 20% difference right here. Well, now I'll end up literally buying the bottom, which is the goal. You want to always buy going down, because you want to buy as there's motion down, because then, you know, if your slippage is high enough, you'll end up hopefully buying the bottom. Now, the reason why it could mess you up is if you try to buy as it's rising and it shoots up 20%, 15%, or whatever, then you end up buying the top, and that's where it's bad. So always buy on a low. There is situations where you just want to top blast because the momentum is literally just pushing up. But you know, you need to read enough charts and understand enough charts to actually be willing to take those risks. All right, so now you pretty much have done everything that you should do to actually start putting money in, right? You've got engulfed into the meme culture. You've watched, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of charts already. Really, really good, really, really solid. You understand what coins are scams, what aren't. You understand what these bundles could do. You understand what bots look like on the trades, right? You understand charts in general. You've paper traded enough now to this point where you're winning, your average is 70, 75%, and you're ready to put money in. So now again, you would put the 0.1 in and slowly build that up until you're confident. And again, the same thing. Are you winning 70% of the time on 0.1? If not, there's no reason to go up further, right? Because you're just gonna lose money faster. So the next thing you're gonna need to do is use every tool to your exposure, right? So we're gonna have Trench Radar Scanner. The link is gonna be down in the description. An absolutely amazing tool and super, super important in understanding whether or not coins are scams, just more data on a coin. It's really, really good. And they just recently updated and made it 1,000,000,000% better, 1,000,000,000% faster, as you can see. So basically going over this right here, we can see that there's a total of 9 bundles, right? And a bundle, really quickly, is just a bunch of wallets that bought the coin at the same time, right? So they're groups of wallets. Total percent bundled is 29%. So this is the amount of bundles that have been in the lifespan of the coin. So far, this coin has been 29% bundled total, but the current bundled is 5.77%. And that's the main number you want to look at, because this is the main number percent that the chart can drop, right? So this is really, really important to take into consideration. The next thing that they also added recently is the creator risk profile. So this is going to look at the wallet, see what their history is in creating tokens. And this one has nothing. So the rug history is 0, right? It also shows you how much the dev actually owns in this. So 3.5, not really a bad percentage at all. Won't dump the chart too hard. But again, it also is important too. Sometimes you want the dev to be in the, sometimes you want the dev to be in the coin if it's something like an AI coin, something that has real world technology behind it. And then sometimes you don't. You know, if it's just a regular meme coin about, you know, a shoe or something stupid, right? You don't want the dev to have a huge bag in that, because, you know, there's no reason why he should be holding that long. And generally how these coins work, when CTOs happen, which is just community takeovers, the coin won't even launch unless the dev sells. So another thing to definitely keep in mind of, but that comes with understanding meme cultures, understanding patterns, the way these charts move, what charts end up pushing. You start understanding what memes are the ones that end up running, right? The rest of this stuff you can, you know, dive into, but it's not too much of a big deal. Pretty important to understand this right here. Primary category looks like regular buyers, could potentially be real buyers. This isn't always right, so don't really take it all in stone. But again, as you look at more charts and see how these charts work, you'll end up noticing, you know, what's real traffic and what's not traffic, and that literally just takes time. The next tool that I use, and it's been extremely vital for me in getting really good positions, is going to be Nova. Again, this is also going to be down in the description below if you want access to this. But this is essentially one of the fastest bots that I've ever used, and it's, I think, just objectively the truth. It will fill your position pretty much right where you want it, obviously, unless, you know, you're going against another person with it. But this has helped me tremendously in, you know, sniping post-migration coins, getting that really low, because sometimes they'll drop really hard. That will help with that, and it fills your orders extremely fast. So I use Nova pretty much every time I trade in tandem with Bullex. It's really important. Both platforms have been very huge for me. I'm very thankful to be partnered with both of them. They're both very good and extremely helpful with the community as well, and you know, Nova specifically with the creators as well. So these are definitely platforms that I trust in using. They're absolutely vital, and I think they should be vital for almost every trader, especially a starter trader. So Nova allows you to pretty much, like I said, copy trade people, which I don't necessarily recommend. You never really know when they're going to scalp coins or if they're going to hold long term. So it is a little bit dangerous, and you can win. Like, there has been people in chat that said, you know, if they've made a lot of money from copy trading me or whatever. But it's definitely used at your own risk. You never really know. But they have the copy trade feature in there as well. They do have a referral system, right? And then they have the sniper, right? So the sniper is going to be able to snipe coins right after migration, snipe sell right after migration, snipe a coin when the dev buys, snipe a coin when the dev sells, right? Because one of the biggest memes is dev sell. You know, one of the strategies, wait for the dev to sell, snipe the dev sell. There is, you know, Nova has that. So there's a lot of really important features that Nova has that will help you to, you know, get better positions on trades that you know, might not be able to otherwise. After truly understanding all of these concepts, understanding bundles and trades and how to get good positions using tools that will give you the advantage, right? Discord trackers, a Twitter tracker is going to be a really important thing, right? So I can just drag this really quickly over here. You know, this is a Twitter tracker I'm using from Potion, and the reason why this is extremely important is because some of the biggest plays in crypto recently have been from, you know, people that are able to push crypto, you know, big accounts like the New York Post, Elon Musk, you know, just other creators, right? There's a lot of power in these people, and getting a pretty good Twitter tracker is really, really important because that will allow you to be able to see these things come in real time. Now, some are better than others. This free one, is infinitely worse than a paid one, right? They'll have more stuff on there. It'll be faster, things like that. But just even having one in general, I think is extremely, extremely important to be able to make those plays when they happen. Another important thing when looking at these coins, and again, it comes with, like I said, just hours and hours and hours and hours a day of looking at these charts, is understanding that volume is huge. Volume is really, really important. And most of the time I won't even trade a coin if the volume isn't 5 figures. And I'm talking, like 25K plus. Like sometimes I'll get in below that, but if it's not even at least, 15K volume for 5 minutes, then I mean, it's almost really not worth it in my opinion, because you may buy a pretty good dip, but if there's not enough volume to push that up, then it just will never reach its potential, right? Again, something that comes with looking at charts, studying these things for hours and hours and hours, as you would learning how to play the guitar, right? It's the same principle overall, but it's really, really important to do. All right, here's a quick flashbang for you. But guys, for the most part, this is going to be the things that I wish I understood properly before actually getting into meme coins, because I probably could have made way more early on, but instead I lost a lot. So I kind of had to play catch up, right? I had to essentially learn very quickly to make all the money back and then become actually profitable. And finally, the last biggest tip that I'm gonna give new traders in getting into meme coins is don't force it. Don't force situations to happen. A lot of times you'll be here, in the trenches, and there won't be a lot of motion at all. You'll be staring, at, about to graduate Neo Vision for a while, maybe even an hour, and there's just nothing happening. So you'll end up just clicking on a coin and just kind of, just telling yourself in your head that it's, maybe this coin might actually be worth it after all, even though in your head it's not checking all the boxes. It's not checking the volume box. It's not checking the low bundle box. Like there's not enough real traffic. Like all these boxes, like the meme's not even that good. It's not checking all of this stuff. So you end up going against your own principle, and you end up losing money. So the biggest, I think it's one of the biggest traps, is don't make something out of nothing. Be patient. Patience is key, and that's why having a lot of monitors with a lot of coins that you're interested in getting in is really, really important, because you can track them all. You can track them all on all your monitors and look for and wait for your time to actually get in. Wait for that big dip. Always look for the proper entry before rushing into a coin. Ultimately, something you need to understand is that you're not going to be a good trader instantly. This isn't a get rich quick scheme, but you can learn it pretty fast, right? Like I'm making a lot of money. I'm making several 5 figures, and even just from my stream wallet, right? Over 20 G's in, less than a month is pretty insane, in my opinion. So you can obtain a lot of wealth really, really easy and pretty quick, but the beginning part isn't going to be quick if you don't put enough of the hours and time into actually understanding what you're even looking at. So I see a lot of people, they rush into it and ultimately end up failing. So take the time, watch the YouTube videos, get a base understanding, and then truly learn everything there is to learn on every platform you're actually using, what everything does. And then finally after that, you will start seeing success, guys. I promise you. Literally, I just started learning this a bit over 2 months ago, and now, I'm making 5 figures pretty easily. 1 to 5K a day pretty easily. So I truly think that anybody can do this. It's just you have to put the time. If you're not willing to put the time, then this 100% isn't going to be worth it for you. It's not going to be for you. It's something that is an absolute necessity, and I think it's something you will quickly see the benefit from, as you start looking at these charts and understanding everything. But it's pretty much a prerequisite. If you don't do it, you will lose, you will fail, you will lose money, and you'll think that it's all fake. Which I mean, I guess like crypto itself isn't necessarily like real. Nothing for the most part has any tangible value, but the money to be made is real. And I show that pretty much every day in my streams as I stream, making thousands of dollars every stream pretty much. And you will have bad days. Even the people that know what they're doing aren't going to have perfect trades every single time. And that's okay. As long as the majority of your trades are going to be positive, then you look at the month, look at your total month, because day to day you might have a bad day, but if over the whole month you're still up, 20 grand, 50 grand, and you had one bad trade and you lost maybe $4,000, then it doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as you're continually getting better, that's ultimately what's gonna matter. Guys, if you did enjoy this video and if it did help you out, leave me a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to be doing a lot of trading montages of, clips from my streams as, I'm making, 100 here, 200 here, 500 here on trades. I think it'll also just give you a better idea of, some of the coins that I'm looking at and how I'm going about trading to actually make these gains. One of the biggest things too is just knowing when to get out, not diamond handing to, $1 million, $1 billion all the time. Just kind of knowing what the coin's potential high can be. And again, that just comes with time, understanding charts, reading charts. But I'm going to have more videos like that on the channel. So stay tuned for that. I will be hanging around the comment section as well, trying to answer as many questions as I can. So just leave me a comment down below with any question you have. The more specific, the better, obviously, because if it's just a general question, then I don't think really a general answer will really get you anywhere. So guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Have a good day or night, whatever time you're watching this video. I'll see you next time.